Auditioning in Nigeria versus auditioning everywhere else.
It's just different. Oh yeah, so
you will never take that.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I will never be replaced.
Nobody puts baby
I
in the corner.
cannot.
It was 2,000 naira.
No.
2,000 naira.
I will never be a COVID cover in the
by
United
special
States.
grace of God.
COVID what? You now say come at 8 o'clock and then the director is not there, the producer is not there, the casting director is not there. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Naija Girls Dish with Dolapo.
Yeah.
I'm Dolapo.
And Diana. What is actually going on?
I think I
God.
need to sleep. I didn't sleep all last night. Okay, so today we are talking about auditioning in Nigeria versus auditioning in the UK. Or just auditioning in the Western world. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Not even Western world, because I did something in
that's-
South Africa. Auditioning in Nigeria versus auditioning everywhere else.
Yes, I think that's a nice way to package this because it's just different. Oh yeah, so.
Yes.
Odogba.
Now,
Yeah.
where do you want to start with this? Because where?
I think the main thing for me is the disrespect or the respect of one's time, aka Diana Yakini's time. In the UK, we have our flaws. Don't get me wrong, we have our issues. But one thing is, you'll get a time slot. This is your time. We need you to see at 2:20, and you know that you're going to be out probably by 2:40. And if it's like a group or a workshop audition, maybe an hour. But they tell you specifically, this is what you're required. This is the time that we require you for. And if they're going over or they're late, the apologetic nature that follows, or sweets. Yeah. They will tell you, they'll come out, if it's an in-person audition, they'll come out and say, I'm so sorry, we're running behind time, but we'll get to you. You know, and if something's happened, sorry, the director's just running, traffic, all of that jazz. But everyone is equal. They'll speak to you like you're a human being. They'll not have you outside waiting under hot sun. In fact, they have room for you, only easy. But Nigeria and time. They will just blanket statement come. At this location, 8 a.m. Please, when I first started auditioning in Nigeria, the call times were like, if you wanted to have sense and you used to write your name down on paper, those days you go like at 6, 7, you have someone, please write my name. There'll be a sheet this long, you'll be number 275. Yeah. Obviously, that's what we call an open call here. Yes. But I feel like that's kind of a general. It's only now that they've brought in like closed auditions and stuff. But my main gripe is the disrespect of my time.
So I would say that when I first moved back in 2010 compared to like we're in 2022, so this is 12 years later.
You really did forget the
I really had to
think about
since COVID, I'm just like, did the last 2 years even happen? Which means I'm still, anyway. So, talking about my age. So I just remember that what I will say is that things are better. Since then, I've been to more auditions, not many, where they've scheduled times for certain productions, right? You have a time slot.
Wait, is this Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying, and because I'm trying to look at the pros. And the other pro is, compared to other places, like for example in London, where, because it's very structured, it is also very rigid in the sense of, if you know that there's an audition for something, it is very rare for you that they did not invite you to the audition to go and show up at the audition.
In the UK?
And yes.
They will disgrace you.
And you be put on it. Like, you just, it's like there's etiquette. You can never try it. You don't do that. But in Nigeria, you can kind of find out and kind of show up.
You can do it in Nigerian way.
And, and you're very likely to just be seen because it's like, okay, so I feel like that's one good thing that I found over there, that they're a bit more fluid. However,
that fluidity,
that time thing, and that under the those auditions where you're saying, so they'll do open call and call time on the same day.
On the same day.
In the same set of auditions. So like I was going up for a telenovela, and basically the known actors or known media personalities were given come at this time. And then you get there and then you see like 200 people who are there already, and you're thinking, they're like, oh, don't worry, this one is open call. But then there are different stages. Okay, come and write your name here. Okay, did you bring your CV? Okay, come and do this here. Come and then people are looking for places to sit under a veranda. What if it's raining? The sun is too hot. Like, you're so uncomfortable. By the time you get in there, 5 hours later, what performance are you performing?
This is
what performance are you performing?
I'm all for wanting to find new talent, so you're gonna call woo, like the entire world. Makes sense. It's an open call. So come and know that you're going to stay there the whole day, all of this, lagbaja, all of that. But when you're given time slots, at least respect the time slot. Yeah. It's very frustrating. You'll go and you're like, I've actually got something to do. Like I've got a life and I've got things going on. Like, what's the actual point? Yeah. But it's just, my thing is also when you call people, know what you're calling them for. What am I auditioning for? Yeah. Do you know? Let's see you read for this one. Let's see you read for this one.
Like 5 different parts, and you're thinking,
something that is not out of your complete age bracket, talent bracket, everything bracket. You're like, do you know? Let's just see. So I feel like there's no specifics to it. It's just let's just up in the air.
See, I don't mind an open call. I mean,
I haven't done that. No, thank you.
But my thing is make it comfortable because at the end of the day, X Factor is an open call.
This is true.
But they get to sit down. Because if you get to this place, and you're not there on time, you don't have anywhere to sit. You'll be sitting on the ground outside. And my thing is, you will not say, come at 8 o'clock, and then the director is not there. The producer is not there. The casting director is not there. Nobody's there. For like the first 2 hours.
The number 270.
And then you're just thinking, so nothing starts.
No, there's another thing that they've started doing in the UK. Not everyone does it, but they're trying, which is the yes/no. They have to give you, so they have to tell you whether or not you booked it.
When did they start doing that?
Okay, so they passed the law, it's not that deep, but there was an initiative that came into place maybe a couple years ago, 2 years ago.
So you're not just waiting in wonderment.
No, the best is you're not waiting in wonderment. You turn on the TV and say, oh, I guess they gave that job away. I guess it's not mine. Yeah, no, it's rude. Yeah. You have me in limbo, especially when you've done like 3 auditions where you've had a recall.
Like my thing is, you have everyone's email addresses. So if you audition, if there were like 5 people in the running, right, that you were seeing second, recall, whatever, just send an email saying, BCC, you are not successful. Like that whole waiting, and then you're like, oh, the show is, or the cast. That thing happens to be in Nigeria with MTV Sugar.
I feel we've all had a sugar experience. MTV Sugar. We've all had an MTV Sugar experience. The casting process for that was very interesting. But yeah, again, with the yes/no thing, it's just disrespectful. But even with that being said, it's like they want to keep people waiting just in case something happens.
Just in case they're felt. Like my thing is, I think what people fail to recognize is that actors would rather have all the information. So look, it's between you and this person, it's more in favor of that person. If that person's schedule doesn't work out, it's you. What is the issue with that?
Well, they're doing it more with COVID now.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just say, instead of, they're keeping you hanging. And
everybody wants to have a leg up.
The first person who their schedule works out or they're able to, sort stuff out, then it's like, okay, just give people the information. But no, I want to be giving specifics.
No, COVID, they have standby actors now. Like, your job is you're a COVID cover. So they can't
I
pay for you to stay
never
home.
Be a COVID cover in the
by the special grace of God.
COVID what?
You're literally a COVID cover.
COVID cover.
Sorry, someone will cover me for COVID and I will get the COVID.
There you go. So you will never take my spot. You will never take my spot.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I will never be replaced.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
I cannot be replaced.
Effie White.
I will not be denied. No.
Sorry, are you alright?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the audition thing at hand. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer auditioning in the UK because I think there's just more structure, but there are some flaws, with the whole. Like, even with the yes/no, they still don't get back to you sometimes. You'll be sitting in limbo.
But have they really gotten back to you with news?
Yes. Yes, they've gotten back to me with, this didn't go your way. This didn't go your way. But then sometimes I do follow up or I just leave it. But then my agent will say, this didn't go your way. So there's definitely, in recent times, they will actually give you a no. And there's this thing where you can click and see if the job has been taken, like it's been cast.
Oh.
Yeah, again, not everyone. Some people are getting better at doing it.
But at least it exists.
But I think Nigeria is introducing, I think in recent times, self-taping. Mm-hmm. And I think they might need to give guidelines. Because they will give you 10 pages. Don't get me wrong, they do that mess here. Yeah. They give you 10 pages. You want me to do anything good with it overnight? Are you okay? Yeah. You give me 5 days, sometimes even not even 5 days, sometimes the next day and I have 10 pages. But I think they've started doing self-taping in Nigeria, but something tells me they're not watching it.
Wait.
I feel like they're not watching these tapes that people are submitting. Because you're not even getting the integral part of the scene. You just give them
just
the last 10 pages
random.
of scripts.
Yeah,
what do you mean? Because I've helped people tape. I've helped friends audition and do self-tapes in Nigeria. I'm like, but you're playing this person. Why they say do this and do this and do this? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I think they're trying to progress in that direction, but I think they need to be specific. Pick the scene you want to see. You don't need to see 10 pages to know if someone can act.
Yeah.
Trust me, you can see in the first few minutes, and you don't need a long scene to do that. You need an 8-line dialogue.
I think that's also maybe a casting director issue, because if they're not sure what it is that they're meant to be looking out for. I'm trying to be.
No, do we have casting directors in
I'm trying
Nigeria?
to be
We have people that have taken that.
We do
role
now.
on.
We do.
We have people that have decided that it's something that they want to, play around
Yeah,
with.
but that's
and
how
they've
you
got-
do. You learn on the
I
job.
didn't say they are not, but I'm saying we don't have. Okay, fine. We don't have a CDG. We don't have a casting directors guild or an association that there are multiple people. We don't have that. We more so have people that know a lot of people and know projects that are going on and match the two together.
Look.
So it's more like a relationship that is. It's more like it's almost like an organizer. No, almost like a panelizer.
Wow.
It's like a backyard job. Like it's not your full time. There's no one that's a full time casting director. No, am I lying?
I don't know.
I don't believe so. If I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong.
What I will say is, I'm trying to think of a specific audition that I did here that I was like completely mortified about. I think when I did Fella on Bodo, I think I spoke about that in some vlog or something, because that's where they will like tap you when you're trying to dance. First of all, I didn't understand like why I even went for that audition. So I tried to dance, and you would just see the guy coming across, and they're about to tap you. I was like,
don't tap me! I'm not ready to go.
I was like, yeah, I'm going.
I'm not ready to go.
I think that was my most mortified audition process in England. But in Nigeria, I have had many, but I just want to tell you one quick one. So this one was scheduled. I had a time slot. It was great. So I was even like, I really coming up. I really,
doing things.
So they now told me that the director couldn't be there, so they're going to record it for him or her. I can't remember who was directing it. They're going to record it for them. So I was like, okay, no problem. Then I just thought to myself, why didn't you ask me to do a self-tape? So that was the first thing that I was like, I could have just done a tape and sent it in. I was like, okay, no problem. I'm here, whatever. So I have my lines. And then, so the first thing they're like, okay. So I think I was like in a bar or something with a friend. So they were like, okay, so we have start dancing. So,
wait, what?
So I was like, huh? They're like, they said I should start doing like I'm in the bar. So I was like, okay. Anyway, that wasn't even it. My thing was there was 3 people in the room, and there was a guy on his phone.
I know this audition. We'll proceed.
Okay, or maybe you know the story.
No, I feel like I
he was like on the side of the room with his phone, and all I kept thinking was, why are you not where I am? Like, you're not where you can see me. So when I got to the next scene where I was sitting down at something, he was like there, and I was like there. And
it was cinematography. You didn't know.
And all I thought was, it's like, you don't want me to get this job because this is that. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Why did you invite me here? You're recording this for the director to send to him. The director is going to be like, where is she on the screen? Why can't I just hear an echo of her voice? Like, I was literally like, I don't. What?
I think sitting down and understanding what you want from this audition is really the starting point.
I said, from when they told me to start dancing, I was like, dancing? What's
Have you ever been to
happening?
the audition where they tell you what the money is then and there? Oh, luau!
So before
my
you,
Surulere days.
before you audition,
Honey, mo ti jí àlàyé mi, man. Mo ṣe audition kan. I did this audition in Surulere, guys. Like when I first started, this was like 2011, I think 2012, or I think 2011. Went to Surulere that day. We all entered the same car. VIO stopped us. So we already had to beg Mr. VIO. We gave him 2K. We said, sorry, sir, we miswrote. We begged him finish because got to the audition. The list was long. We did the audition. It was for like a soap. I think it was on not AIC, what's that other channel? Did the audition. And then they said, oh, okay, we like you, we want you, this is what we want to pay you. I want people to guess how much per episode. I want you to guess.
how many episodes?
Forget about how many episodes. What's per episode? How much, please?
Doesn't tell me 10K.
I'm going to need you to reduce that number.
You are a liar.
I'm going to need you to reduce that number. As in mobile. Is that a fire alarm?
So on Mondays over here, the alarm goes off at 11 a.m. just to test it. It's going to go off in the next 10 seconds. Just please be patient. There you go.
Okay.
As you were saying.
As I was saying. So I'm going to need you to go lower with that amount.
9K.
I need you to go lower.
5K. You are
Guys,
lower than that.
I want you to know that.
Were you playing an extra?
I've suffered. No! I was a supporting cast member.
Why are you shouting?
I was a supporting cast member.
It's lower than 5?
I say you should reduce that number.
3K.
Reduce.
It was 0.
It was 2,000 naira.
No.
2,000 naira. Because I said, guys, this show is going to be big. We're giving you an opportunity to come as a starting. The show is going to be amazing. We like your acting. We like your look.
How many episodes?
Get the episode. Yes, so
Because even if it was 100 episodes.
What? 2,000 naira, guys. We are just giving 2K to Mr. VIO that stopped us on traffic. You want to pay me 2K? I will sweat. I'll wash on my shit, make up my show. And I just remember and I said to myself, God, my dad was in my ear. Did I send you to drama school to go to Nollywood and be collecting 2K?
Miracle worker.
Yeah.
He's a miracle.
Anyway, guys, auditioning is hard work, but God is on the throne.
Yes.
It's getting better.
It is. And
Anywho,
to many more fabulous experiences where they will give us
yes, and big money.
Yes. Abi. That's it.
Yeah. I like that much.
That's it.
Okay, guys. Anywho, that's all for today, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Plenty money.
Tons
Plenty
and
money.
tons of money.